Have you guys seen other content creators sharing this woman's post? Now, I love this post because this woman has her standards. She has listed them off. And for whatever reason, a Black woman having standards is enough to create a brouhaha on social media. So I absolutely love it. So she's talking about what it would take before she had a kid. She says, no ring, no baby. From the moment she's aware of conception, she will no longer be working until the child is 4 years old. She requires a push present per child, a doula and night nurse, therapy sessions, pre-booked surgery for tummy tuck and all that, and a baby moon. So she listed her standards and her requirements for having a baby. I bet. And so I was tagged in this post because I was tagged in a comment. And the comment definitely made me laugh. Let me show you. This man said, why'd I just throw in a house at the south of France for summer vacations? And another man said, add in a private jet. And the original man said, add in some Hermes bags as well. Okay, so they're obviously reducing her list down to ridiculousness. And I get that. Whenever a Black woman has the nerve to have any standards, it's like, alarm bells start going off. Most people just expect a Black woman to accept a human being that is breathing and that could buy her McDonald's every now and then. I totally get it. But I was like, let me speak to this content creator. So I jumped in her inbox and I was like, how old are you? This woman is 22 years old and already saying this. So I already know that she is going to be a firecracker because she has set her standards this way very early on and is going to X out a lot of people out of contention. And I love that for her. So I was like, let me talk to her a little bit more because I've talked to some 20 some odd year olds and they are sharp. They are coming out of the gate sharp. And I really love that for them. And so I was asking her, how did she come up with this? Was it based on her parents' relationship? Was it based on past relationships? What is this? Because this is a pretty substantial list for a 22-year-old. She was like, she thought that people took it at face value and it was outrageous, but it made sense to her. And that's the important thing. These types of lists and standards are for the person that is creating them. Some people will rise to the occasion, other people won't. She is crossing those off her list. But she got to this point because of the relationship she saw with her parents. She said, number one, being the list was loosely based on what my father has done for my mother in their 25-year marriage. I had grown up seeing how he always provided for her. She stayed home with me and my siblings until we were old enough to speak up for ourselves. So she had a provider for a father. So she's looking for a provider and a significant other, a spouse, because she said, no ring, no baby. She also said the second reason was that I had become a nurse at the age of 19. So it's been almost 3 years. I've seen the opposite side of bringing children into the world and all the complications that could come with it. And I just said to myself, no way will I be doing all of that for free. It's too much of a risk. Yes, this is work. And some people take it way too lightly. I'm glad that she created this list because it is going to make us talk about this more and what we go through um, creating these babies, baking these babies, giving birth to these babies, and what it takes to heal our bodies after this. Some people just do it back to back to back to back. And we don't talk enough about what is going on in our bodies before, during, and after these babies are born. And then she said, a lot of people in the comments were mad because it sounded expensive. The things I asked for, but realistically, I'm going to be a travel nurse one day and they make bank. Why would I not expect my partner to make the same or more to provide me what I asked for? So she is looking for somebody that is going to match her salary, but also because, this is it's expensive to have babies and it's taxing on your body. So if you are not already thinking about that, you're going into it lightly. And like I've said before, these younger women are looking at the mistakes that we might have made as the older generation, where we zigged where they could zag, and they're moving accordingly, and they're speaking about it. So more of us will speak about it. And y'all go ahead and follow this woman, this content creator. If you're on my TikTok, I'll link her page. If you're on my YouTube page, I will make sure to give her YouTube information. And if you're on my YouTube page, I'm going to link her 2 videos that go along with this. All right, you guys jump in the comments. Let me know what you think of her list, and let's get this discussion going. Like, comment, share.
Absolutely nobody asked for this, but here are my stipulations for pregnancy. Starting with no ring, no baby. I will not be elaborating on that. Second one, from the moment I'm aware of conception, I will no longer be working until the child is in JK or at least 4 years old. JK is junior kindergarten. Next, push present per child. That can range from a car, it can range from traveling to someplace, but whatever it wants to be. Then we have a doula and a night nurse. You guys should search up what those are because I plan on getting my full 8 hours of rest. Maybe I'll be pumping, but we could get into that. Then we have therapy sessions booked 6 months out postpartum because we all know about postpartum depression, but have you guys heard of postpartum psychosis? Next, we have surgery pre-booked if needed, breast lift, tummy tuck. If I decide that, my body looks kind of crazy after having this baby, I want to go back to how I looked pre-baby. We better have that booked. Then the last thing is, of course, my baby moon because I need to relax, enjoy my traveling before my life changes forever. But yeah, this is my list. I want better for the girlies.
Y'all, I'm not even about to be one of those creators that are just like, oh my God, like I can't believe that video blew up. No, like we need to talk about it. So we're going to make it a topic of conversation. But just according to this comment, a push present is essentially a present for pushing out human life. Okay, I need a present per child for giving birth and giving life to this little cute little baby. Okay, that's all, folks.
Alright guys, so this is my pregnancy jump scares list. This is the reason why I have my pregnancy stipulations list. So let's get right into it. C-sections. Y'all probably heard about C-sections. You just think it's a little slit. No, we're cutting through layers, baby. Imagine being cut layer by layer through your muscles, through all of that just to get to the baby and take it out of there. I don't know if we're doing that shit for free, but I'm not. No. Next we have episiotomies. I know you guys probably heard of this one, but episiotomies is you just cut from because your coochie's like this, but then, because it's not big enough, they gotta cut down from your coochie all the way down to your butt. And sometimes they get cut upwards towards your clit, so do with that what you must. Next we have hyperemesis gravidarum. I can't even say it. It sounds like a spell. So this is basically where you're vomiting so much that you need to go to the hospital for an IV hydration. Fun. Next, we have postpartum depression and postpartum psychosis. I don't know about y'all, but that shit ain't no joke, okay? Next we have is afterbirth. So basically, once you're done giving birth to the child, you have to give birth to the placenta, or else you're going to get an infection. So you just give birth, but don't forget to push out your afterbirth. Next, we have epidurals. Y'all will probably be like, oh, okay, like I'm gonna get the epidural. Kudos to you, girl. For me, not so much, because I've seen that needle, and the way that you gotta sit still, I don't know about all that. Like, I be flinching at the smallest of things. Next, we have breech babies. Now, this is actually so terrifying because the baby can not only come out by its head, but it can also come out feet first. So that can lead to a whole other list of complications. And I've heard stories back to, like, if the baby's born head first, sometimes the baby don't come straight out of the canal. The baby might go, oh, and what's beside your vagina canal? Your pelvic bones. All right, so I've heard of women having their kid's shoulder stuck in their pelvic bone. Like, that shit don't even sound like it's real life, but this is my list. And, do your own information or, like, do your own research. There's a bunch. There's, like, a lot more on here that I didn't even add, but this is all that I learned from nursing school, so bye.